Hello, test. Welcome to the first pilot episode of the best podcast you never knew existed, aka You Know What I Mean. We'll explain the origin of the name. But basically, just as a quick introduction, my name's Allie, and then I'm here with my sisters Kylie and Nickie. And we are the best sister duo you will ever meet. And we
said
just
there's three of us.
Trio.
Oh, duo. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, yeah, I can't do math today. But we're just the best, and we have the best conversations about everything, all the way to like the most existential, sociological, political, all the way down to the most mundane and stupid and weird. And we didn't think it was fair to deprive the world of our conversations any minute longer. So we're just going to be recording them. And this first episode is just going to be an introduction to us so that you can get hooked on it, because I know you will. We're all really cool and interesting, and we have really, really, really good opinions. And the title of the podcast is You Know What I Mean. And you'll probably soon figure out why that is, because I say that all the time. It's kind of a bad habit.
Well, it's just one of those things you say. It's like in your vocabulary, or it's like something just you add to things. I don't know.
I have been realizing that I thought that everyone said that, but it's actually just us. Like, people do say that, but not with the frequency that we do. This is why we planned this podcast months ago. We were like, the people need to hear what we have to say. And we were deliberating over what our name should be, like our brand. And Allie and I were talking about our sister language, because we have a language. Back to more on that later. And she was driving us home, and she was like, you know what I mean? And I was like, I really do know what you mean. I don't know if other people would know what you mean, but I know what you mean.
Yes, and okay, there's two scenarios in which I find myself saying, you know what I mean. I mean, all the time at this point. But when I really start saying it like way too much is two scenarios. One, where I'm having a conversation, a very impassioned conversation on my part with someone else that's not on my level. They're not understanding, they're not vibing with them, they're not matching the amount of passion and interest I'm putting into it. And so I find myself saying that, you know what I mean, to kind of like check if they're with it like I am. And it's frustrating. And then the other scenario I find myself saying, you know what I mean, is with you, both of you. And that scenario is the best, because I can say one sentence or like even 3 words, 2 or 3 words about something that happened 10 years ago. And then you know what I mean. And it's like, yes. So those are the two scenarios that I really feel it. So I don't say it for no reason. I tend to say it because I'm really interested in what I'm talking about, and the person I'm talking to is just not meeting me there. You two are the only two that consistently meet me there. And hopefully we can have some listeners that do too, you know?
When we were talking about this the first time, Allie, you were also saying that we were thinking of it as like in a public speaking sense, like if you're giving a speech, saying, you know what I mean, after every sentence is a little bit not professional, or it's like you're not confident enough if you have to check in all the time. But we decided that that's stupid, because you should lock in with your audience like we're locked in with each other. And that's our podcast niche.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of just representing like the bond we have between each other, and how we're just basically on the same wavelength, like almost all of the time. Yeah.
We are. We're the best. And you'll come to see we're very much on the same wavelength, but we have very different areas of interest and skill. And so that's what makes us so special. And we're thinking this podcast is named You Know About Sisters, or You Know Sisters. So this is what we're starting at, sisters, okay? And I apologize in advance to everyone who's listening and does not have a sister. I'm so sorry because I genuinely, I think that I would be unstable if I didn't.
I agree.
I don't know who I'd be.
I would be so unstable.
Yeah, I know. We're very lucky.
So I think the premise of this podcast is we want to do everything a little bit weird. So what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about introducing ourselves, but like for each other. So each of us are going to give a little blurb or really talk for as long as you want about one of the other ones of us. And so that'll give, for those of you who don't know us well, or maybe know one of us but not the other two, it'll give you like a good sense of our dynamic and like what we have to bring to the table, which is a lot, so much good, weird stuff. Okay, so if you don't know the order, I'm the middle. Classic, introducing the podcast, like the glue, always have to be. But Kylie's the oldest, and then Nickie is the youngest. So I think we're going to start with Kylie. We're going to go in chronological order. I don't know. Feel free.
I'm Kylie, but Nickie will be introducing me. So,
yes. Main character moment, I get to go first. That's classic youngest sibling.
Are you supposed to be talking about Kylie? Come on.
I know, I'm joking.
Classic youngest sibling make everything about themselves.
Relax. Okay, Kylie's oldest. She's 28, which I had to check before starting this because I was like, I'm going to say that she's 26 or something. And her birthday is August 3rd, even though I texted you on August 1st, technically, which I feel kind of bad about, but I do actually know your birthday. We were just in different time zones.
Yeah, you were across the world, so it's okay.
It's okay. Kylie is the most iconic out of the three of us, and also probably the nicest by far. Like Kylie's way nicer than Allie or I am. She's the founder. Oh, let me talk about more normal things about you before I get into the weird stuff. She's a professional bassoon player. I think you are the most educated person in our entire family. And she still can't get a job and is trying to pick up a side business, but it's okay because that says more about the world than about her. She's very educated. She's very talented. Her brain works very interestingly. She's the founder of our language. I'm looking off my my notes app. But that has like 6 things written down on it. She's the founder of our language. I also have problematic marriage written on here. I don't remember what I wanted to say.
Oh,
but you don't have it's not actually problematic. We like your.
Yeah.
She's married. How old is Damien?
He's 50 now. So
oh my god,
that's what's problematic technically, like in society's eyes, I guess. It's not actually problematic, but yeah.
No, it's not. I'm joking. I didn't say happy birthday to him. I don't remember when it was.
August 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
I texted you happy birthday on Damien's birthday, which is funny. Apologies to him.
A Leo couple. We love a Leo couple.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, I don't think Kylie fits. Kylie, do you feel like you fit the stereotypical Leo? Because I feel like you don't.
Yeah, I was about to ask if you guys think of me that way. I actually know the answer, and that's no. Because everything I've heard about Leo is like wants to be the center of attention all the time, is very like is very, I don't know, just kind of in your face. Like sorry to people who know more about zodiac signs. I don't know much about it, but all I know is that everything I've read about Leo is literally the opposite of how I feel that I am. So
maybe it's signifying that you need to like unlock that side of yourself. Maybe you'll like have a midlife crisis and it'll be like turn back to your origins, back to
well,
yeah, maybe.
I think like Allie was joking about like classic middle sibling and whatever. There's also like the dynamics of that are supposed to happen with like oldest, middle, youngest in sibling trios, and we kind of fit those, but we also don't at all. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't see, Kylie doesn't have like the character indicators that the oldest child is supposed to have, which is like
No.
single-minded, independent, outgoing, rebellious,
Bossy.
which no,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the least oldest sibling that I've met, I think. I think either of you two would maybe like fit into that category better, I think. Yeah, somehow I didn't end up like that.
I think that you guys can disagree with me, but I think if you Google like personality of oldest, middle, and youngest siblings, Kylie fits better in middle or youngest.
Mhm.
I fit better in middle, and Allie fits better in oldest. Like, I don't know why.
I can see that. Yeah.
Just like if you want to take it at surface level.
Mhm.
I have more stuff written down. Oh, I wrote down vomiting. One word. Sorry.
That's all you need to know about that.
Kylie really hates it. She has emetophobia, and not in the way that like TikTok girls have emetophobia where they're like, oh, it's so gross. Like she cries and has panic attacks when other people vomit in her presence.
Yeah, it's a problem I'm working through because it's not really a convenient phobia to have because you can't ever predict when it's going to happen. And it's not me. Like if I throw up, like that sucks and I hate it as much as anyone else, but I am absolutely triggered by other people throwing up. But yeah, it's interesting because I'm not a germaphobe. Other gross things don't bother me that much. It's just this thing. I don't know if anyone out there can relate to this. But it's a little embarrassing because like, what's it gonna do? Hurt me? Not really. So, you know, I'm just being honest. It terrifies
You
me.
have like an origin story, right?
Yeah, I don't know when it started, but sometime in like middle school-ish, a long time ago, somebody was throwing up during one of those standardized tests where you can't leave. Like we're from Texas and they're serious about those things. Like you cannot leave the room without, there's a system. And if anything gets on your, it's just like, it's so serious. And so this kid a few rows behind me was throwing up on his desk and we had to sit there basically in silence and listen to it. And then after that, it just escalated. And by the time I was in high school, I was full blown phobic. So who knows if that's the reason but I feel like it might be.
I think it may or may not have started before that though, because the story that I think is really funny that I don't remember, but because you're 7 years older than me. When I was really little, I was really obsessed with Kylie, as one is. She's like the eldest not adult female in my life, and so I like really loved you and I wanted you to be with me all the time. And apparently when I was sick when I was little, I wouldn't be calling out for my mom, I'd be calling out for Kylie. But Kylie, I would be like throwing up in the bathroom and like, Kylie, come help me or whatever. And Kylie didn't want to because she was terrified.
I felt so bad. Like it was so cute that you wanted me there, but I could not do it. And I do think this is after the incident because I remember I was in like I think junior like 7th or 8th grade when this happened. So this was after, but it was still like kind of early on. Yeah.
The throw up bowl. You still like have dreams about our
boy.
brown throw up bowl.
Yeah,
I think
not
everyone
good.
has one of those growing up.
Yeah, which is a crazy. I'm telling you, like, I will not have one of those. I think it's wrong.
And we eat popcorn out of it
friends-
sometimes, and sometimes you threw up.
That's wrong. It is wrong. You can clean it, but like, no.
One of my
That's
friends
not-
said, maybe it doesn't matter if it's a bowl though, because I have a friend who he was saying that instead of a throw up bowl, they used like a Tupperware container that they just never ate anything out of afterwards. It was just like the vomit Tupperware container.
geez.
And then someone else said that they use a certain type of like Walgreens bag, like the little plastic bags, but it was like a certain type of them. And now every time they see that, they think about vomit.
Oh God.
So at least with the bowl, you can like have the one bowl, and then when you don't need it anymore, you can just get rid of it forever. You never have to see it again.
Yeah. Sorry if we're triggering anyone. This is
Throwing
kind of-
up, sorry.
We can move on. That's an important part of Kylie's personality. It's not. Sorry, I just thought it was funny. The last thing, and we thought maybe we should do an episode about this later, but Kylie has synesthesia, which means that I think the like technical definition is that where you have two of your senses more connected than the average person. So we have we've known people who've had like music color synesthesia. So like they hear music in a certain key, they'll see a certain color and they'll know what key it is. But Kylie has word and food synesthesia, or it's like specifically it's very strong with names, but also other words. And she said she doesn't, I like to say that she tastes food when she hears words, but that's not accurate. She just thinks about food when she hears words. And we thought she was like messing with us, or we didn't think you were messing with us, but I think it was like Papa, like our grandfather, who was like, she's making all that shit up or something. And so we started a notes app that I think is on my phone and is still there. It's like a list of 60 random names, and if you say the name, she'll say the exact same thing because it's just like a pathway in her brain.
Mhm.
Do you want to talk about it? I'm gonna find the notes app.
Yeah, yeah, it's like people describe it as I don't know, like actually experiencing the sense that's crossed, but I think that that's actually not possible to actually like experience it, but you get sort of like for me, words have like a texture and kind of a taste to them. And I'm not like flooded with like, oh, say the word blah, 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 because it tastes like chocolate and say it over and over again. Because it's like, you know, like that would be crazy. But it's almost like an association / sensation / texture that's like assigned to all these different things. A lot of them most of them are food, and a lot of them are names because names don't have a thing associated with them. They're just kind of a random word, you know? So I think my brain just kind of paired those together.
Do you want me to say some and I'll see if they're what I wrote down? This notes app is from 2019, December 23rd.
Yeah, we can do a few.
In like 6 years.
Yeah.
Kenneth, the name Kenneth.
Fried chicken.
Yeah, it says fried chicken.
See, no one believes it. No one takes it seriously until like that happens. And it's like Kenneth, fried chicken, so confidently.
Fried chicken. It's backwards, but
Yeah.
let me pick one more.
You don't know anyone named Kenneth either.
It's random. It's not personal. Also, it's my favorite party trick. I'll be with my friends that don't know about it, and then I ask them, I tell them, and they're like, oh, what's mine? And I'll text Kylie, and I'll be like, these 3 names, tell me.
Yeah.
Let me do one more, and then you can explain our names in your language. Okay. Michelle.
That's gonna be like some kind of seafood.
Oyster, and it was oyster. That is wild. That is wild.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's very strong in my head. So the 3 of us, my own name is like plain vanilla yogurt to me, which I don't really like that so much. So it really has nothing to do with the person's personality or anything about them. Like the name Kylie, like everyone named Kylie is the same to me. It's just the word basically. So Nickie is cherries and Allie is iceberg lettuce. And I cannot explain that. I just know that those 2 names are some of the strongest because I grew up hearing those names over and over. And it has to do with like what I grew up with and the names that I heard. And like, for example, like I have a lot of like Chinese and Taiwanese friends in my orchestra, and their like original names are less they give me less synesthesia because I didn't grow up hearing those names. There's some of it, but it's interesting because it clearly has to do with the foods I ate as a kid and the names I heard a lot. So Allie and
Wait.
Nickie's names are like the strongest.
Do Alexandra and Nicole too, because it really doesn't
Right.
depend on the person. Like we have our little Zoom
Mhm.
names. I'm not sure if you can see them when we're recording. But like
Yeah,
my full
so-
name is Nicole and Allie's full name is Alexandra.
So those are different because they sound different to me. So Alexandra is like minced meat with olives in
Black
it.
olives.
You
Black
can really
olives.
tell we had a very food diverse upbringing. We had these are some classic white people foods for sure.
It
Minced
really
meat and
is.
olives,
It-
plain yogurt, and iceberg lettuce. Okay,
Yeah, and these are my favorite foods. I know it's just like something about the wiring of my brain when I was that age, you know, because like that's what I was eating at this time.
It's
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
Because I don't have synesthesia or whatever, but when you explain the taste of minced meat and black olives, there's a taste in my brain because it's something that we ate growing up.
Yeah,
So I know
don't
what
know
you
why.
mean.
yeah. And then Nicole is baby corn, like
I like that. The little one.
it's in certain dishes, but yeah, the little mini ones, and it's not big corn because that tastes totally different.
Mhm.
So it's
Yep.
very specific. Yeah.
It's not what's your food name, it's what's your white people food name. What's your food name based on the things that we ate
my
growing
God.
up?
Your
Yeah, which is-
synesthesia, like that is cultural. It's a reflection of
Yeah.
right because it's
Yeah.
like it was just like your experience with names and with foods growing up. So that's inherently
Yeah,
cultural.
exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. Crazy.
Okay, so maybe we should move on to the next person.
Yeah.
So
If you can't tell, we're chatty, and we need to probably give ourselves time limits moving forward in the next episodes because we could
yeah,
use
we're
like 3 hours.
still
probably.
feeling it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm Kylie, the oldest, and I'm going to be talking about Allie, who's the middle. And so she's the one who, introduced the podcast, and her basic info is she's 24. She's 4 years younger than me. And Nickie is 3 years younger than her. So she's the middle. Her job and interests. So she's just starting in international policy in possibly weapons trade. It's just kind of starting up now. So I guess there will be further development there. But she went to Villanova and Brown for grad school, and she actually had she majored in mechanical engineering and then did like a 180 and totally changed to international policy. So that's something kind of unique about her, and we'll talk about that later for sure. But I wanted to start with memories I have of her as a kid, because I have a lot of memories of her as a kid, because it was a long time ago, but she was my first sister, and I do remember lots of things because Allie was pretty funny, and she has a lot of iconic moments as a kid that are worth mentioning. So like, she was very serious. Like, she always had this furrowed brow, like she had like this wrinkle, right? Because she, like, even as a baby, and she was always like kind of looking mad about something.
You
Which-
still make that face too.
And she does. Less like
I can't do it
you know,
on
just, like,
command.
yeah, but it's almost like a classic Allie face that she's made just like her whole life. She, I think, took the longest to be able to like pronounce words coherently, which we know for a fact this says nothing about your intelligence. You're very smart. She's way better at math and science than me, like got way better grades than me. Just something about the language thing. It just took you like an extra minute. And but you would say words very like very strongly in the complete wrong way, and nobody knew what you were saying except me. So I was like Allie's translator when she was little. And people like family members, like our grandparents, would actually come to me and ask what Allie was saying. And you knew some sign language too. And so I would like be translating like what you wanted or what you were trying to say. And and it helped, I think, because you were really mad about that. Your fears as a kid, Big Bad Wolf and Swiper are
Oh
number
my
1 and
god.
2.
Yeah. Yeah.
She hated the Big Bad Wolf, which is interesting. I don't know, because it's like, I don't know that we watched like a movie with a Big Bad Wolf in it. Maybe we did, but it's like from a book. It's a fictional character, and I don't know. It's interesting because you were actually very kind of obsessed with the Big Bad Wolf. Like you wanted to dress as it for Halloween once, and that was confusing. But
simulate,
She's a
keep your friends
confrontational
close and your
person.
enemies
Yeah.
closer. That is what I was
You
saying.
wanted to conquer. It's Big Bad Wolf.
I remember, I have a memory of you just getting on the piano and like banging on the lowest notes and being like, the Big Bad Wolf is coming. And I was so, I hid.
Oh
I
my God,
hid.
I know. I was a little bit provocative, provoking. Like I would, yeah. I thought it was thought it was a little bit funny. So it's sometimes like, yeah, do stuff like that. And another thing I thought was really funny about when she was a kid, and another thing, I don't know where this came from, but I think it's because you wanted to eat on your own terms. You didn't like when mom was saying you have to eat, you only have these choices and you can only eat at this time. Like I think like you wanted a little more control over the situation. So you would take food and you would hide it places so that you could go back and eat it on your own terms. And the amount of food that I found like in the bathroom and like in just anywhere that you thought mom maybe wouldn't find it. And a whole chicken tender shoved in the back of your like your high chair seat. Which didn't really fit. But it was kind of funny. I think that was maybe a bit of a power play, and it was kind of funny to witness, because I would just find like I found apple peels in the bathroom once. I was like, how did that get here? It's so gross. And like, okay. As an adult, you're definitely the most responsible of the three of us. And everyone knows it. This is like a well-known fact. Like
It's a running bit with our mom that Kylie and I are incompetent, and Allie's the one who wasn't.
Yeah. Allie's the one that has it together basically. And like, for example, it's taken me a very long time to be organized and remember things, and I'm much more scattered. And Allie has never had that problem. You've always been very like on top of it, studious, like very responsible. And I think maybe Nickie is similar to me, but maybe I was worse with it. Like I would say, ranking us in terms of responsibility, Allie's the best, Nickie's second, and I'm last for sure.
I have both of your habits to some degree. I'm somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. And then, so I would say, like, you know, you come across as a little more serious than the two of us. But I think it's just the way you come across, because you're not a super serious person. Like you have things that you're passionate about, that you really care about. And you will like stand up for people or stand up for the things you believe in. But you're definitely not inflexible, you know, like you would surprise me sometimes, like this is gonna sound really bad, but I promise you it's just kind of funny, because Allie's like a really good person and she never does anything bad. But one time
Uh-oh.
we were at Target.
Uh-oh.
we were like in the home goods section, and Allie found like a Snickers, just like someone had like picked it up and put it down somewhere else, and she picked it up and she's like, "See, it's free," and just started eating it. Target, and I thought
When
that
was
so
this?
funny.
Wasn't
yeah,
this
you were-
during COVID?
No, this was before. This was a while before. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're much younger. But I just thought it was funny because I was like, oh, Allie's going rogue. And obviously she wouldn't do anything like that now. That was like a younger childhood moment, but she can be fun like that and like funny. I like that you're always down for going to get a little treat. That always brought me joy, like especially during COVID. Like, you know, we were stuck at home. Everyone was stuck at home, but we were like stuck at home with our mom, and just, you know, it was getting a little monotonous. And I remember just being in my room late one night, and Allie opened the door and just like popped around the corner, and she was like, "Want to go get chips?" This was like midnight.
Yes.
And this one grocery store was open later, and so we would just go and be like, "Oh, what kind of chips do you want?" Oh, like it's like
Free
the
will,
only interesting
yes.
thing we had to do. But that was really fun. So like she's always down to go do stuff like that. And other, like, the last few things that I can say is that she loves and appreciates all cuisines. Like, I've learned about a lot of new foods from her, and like it's fun to like go out to eat with you and like experience eating like different things and cooking and stuff. And she's a like I think I would say, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but like I think one of your number one passions is people, and you just love people, and you literally change your entire career path to like, I don't know, just like for like a more humanitarian like subject. Like, you got a degree in undergrad that you could have made a lot of money from, you know, like mechanical engineering is, you know, there's plenty of jobs, and I don't know much about it, but I know that a lot of people do it for the money, and you're just like not really interested in that. You're more interested in like helping people, and yeah, so that's like that's basically
Kylie did so much
summarizing
better
Allie.
than me.
Thank you, Kylie. Wow, thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
No, this is funny, and some of these childhood things I forgot that they happened, but now
Yeah.
I remember.
And it's also interesting too, because you have different, like, we each inherently have different perspectives. Like, Nickie never knew us as kids, basically.
I don't
Well,
have
she knew
those
us as
anecdotes.
Right.
I do, but
kids,
not
but
really.
like I
Right.
knew Allie from like the very beginning in both of you. So I guess it's like our perspectives are a little different. Like, Nickie's mostly known me as the older one, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy. Okay. So, everyone, this is Allie speaking. I'm sure you know, but I'm gonna do Nickie next. I also didn't have to think much about this because like things were just popping into my head. But I would be remiss to not first bring up Sticky Nickie. It's our mom's nickname for Nickie when she was a young child because, you know, our mom had already had like Kylie and me. She had like plenty of like young child, you know, raising experience, but Nickie just she had the mucus like neither of us had. Every time my mom talks about it, she has to say that, like spitting up, and like
I'm
Yeah.
Kylie's worst nightmare, basically.
yeah,
Mom
basic,
and all.
literally, maybe.
Oh my gosh, I had a hard time.
Yeah, like, and Nickie, she just had the mucus. Like, I don't know how else. And there's also this picture. I wish I could like show it, but there's this famous picture of Nickie where she has just eaten something or gotten it all over her face, and it's like red, bright red. It's like in her mouth and on her face. And it's a picture of her, and not only does she have this red, like a popsicle or something all over her face, but she's like looking so into it. Her mouth is wide open. Like, that is the essence of sticky Nickie. No,
That
but
would be
little
my drag name.
Yeah.
What?
No, yes, it would be the best drag name, Sticky Nickie. That's so good. So good.
Yeah.
And then as far as like Nickie was a really cute kid. Like you always had kind of like a cute round face and freckles, and like you were really cute. She's the whitest, like the most pale of the three of us with freckles. It's like you don't like really get tan, like you just get more freckles, which is really cute. And like lots of people would give anything to have freckles like you do. But as a kid, it's interesting. As the middle child, having a relationship with Kylie, and like Kylie was always like ahead of me by years, right? But then Nickie was behind me. And as a kid, I have a lot of memories of you being kind of like, this is just because of your age, but just being kind of like there, like the sidekick. Like you were just like taking everything in and like clearly learning from me and Kylie. Because once you got to like high school and especially college, like you kind of emerged as like the most thoughtful, like the smartest. I was gonna say low-key the smartest, but like no, the smartest. Like sometimes
fully formed in your final form, like you got there so much quicker than
yes.
we did.
It's 100% because of you guys. Like that's 100% why it is.
Yeah, like sometimes, okay, we'll be talking about life this, life that, whatever, and I'm like going to give Nickie just casual advice as you do for a sister. And every time it's like you're not rude about it, you're really nice about it, but low key, sometimes I give you advice and Nickie's like, yeah, I already thought of that. Or like, you've already thought everything through. Like you're like, yeah, just like really your final form is like really, it's stereotypical for the youngest sibling in the sense of like, you just like outdo your sisters, you know? Not even on purpose, it's not like that, but it really is. I didn't even start with any of the normal biographical information. So you're 21, just turned 21. You are a senior in college Nickie's a senior in college at George Washington University. She's studying criminology is your major, and then also English, criminology and English, and then you're minoring in Arabic. So Nickie is the writer. She is the talker and the writer of the family. I think Nickie originally wanted to study criminology because she was a big fan of Criminal Minds, but upon moving to DC and seeing how things are in the federal government, decided very quickly that wasn't going to be your path. And not only are you an English major, but you are also very good at Arabic now. So she spent this past summer in Tunisia, and then the summer before that in Jordan, in Amman, learning Arabic. Or you're good at Arabic for a student. And so honestly, to be honest, guys, I'm really jealous of this because I wish that I had used some of my formal schooling that was paid for to learn a language, and Nickie is like the only one of the three of us that really did that. Very cool. Very cool. Another thing about Nickie is she's by far the biggest extrovert of the three of us. By far. You may not think that about yourself, Nickie, but you are. Has the most easy time making friends with new people, and also will tell it to you like it is. Even if you don't like, even if Nickie doesn't really like know that person like that. Like you will just like tell it to them like it is. Like sometimes if I'm like gonna make a clothing impulse buy, I'll like send Nickie a picture of it. I'm like, be real, is this like cute or not? And Nickie's like, no. I'm like, okay, that was my answer. Like no offense, but Kylie would not say that, and neither would I. If Kylie or Nickie asked me, I'd be like, well, it's kind of cute or whatever. Nickie would be like, no, it's not. So sometimes, so sometimes you need the.
It's helpful to have something like that because that's kind of hard for me. Like I just want to be like, I'll be like, I'll choose, and this is like with my friends too. Like I'll choose something good to say about it, You know, not that I don't lie or anything, but I just like have a harder time with that. And Nicki, it's just like comes pretty easily to you, and I think it's a good trait.
It is. It is. You're
Mhm.
just very real. I have an anecdote from high school that is very reflective of Nicki and how she is.
I'm nervous.
She was, I mean, you told me this, so I didn't even witness it firsthand, but it's just so reflective. You were walking with a friend in high school, and there was some jock that walked by you and was like, said something about like making fun of your friend, saying that he was gay or something. Some classic dumb jock high schooler thing to do. And right away, Nicki just snapped back. Why? Are you interested? Like that, you can just like snap back like that. Like, I don't think me and Kylie can do that.
I can't.
You just snap back like that. You don't have to know the person. You'll tell it to him like it is. Don't do something like that for Nicki, because she will throw it right back at you. Like, and not even in a petty way. Just like, because it's true. What you know? So I love that.
He's fierce.
Fierce, yes, fierce.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think growing up when we were all younger, maybe I got more of the stereotype, like she's mean, she's fierce, but then as we have like all come to be, like Nicki's like outdone me on that end, I would say.
I was inspired.
Yeah. Oh, and also Nicki, I'm sure you'll know if you continue listening to this podcast, everyone, but Nicki will often cut you off, but then, and so I'll be mad, but then she'll say exactly what I was gonna say. So can I really be that mad? Like, I'll be like saying something passionately, talking, and Nicki's like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what? You just cut me off in the middle of my sentence. But wait a second, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Yes, Nicki, like.
It's funny that you bring that up, because as a kid, I remember the most, like, the memories of me being angry with you, because Allie and I beefed way more than either of us beefed with Kylie. Is that correct? Is that accurate?
Probably.
I would say so, just based on like you guys have stronger personalities than me. I'm a little bit more like meek. Is that the right word? So it makes sense that there would be more like things between yourself.
Also, I think it was just age too.
Yeah.
Like, by the time I was born, you were like more of a developed human than Allie was, and so Allie and I were like, I don't know, if people were fighting, it was me and Allie. And I remember as a kid being the most mad when Allie would cut me off when I was trying to say something. So I guess I like subliminated that, and now I do it to her.
Yes.
So I apologize.
Yeah, it's so funny. And it's interesting. Again, there's more to talk about for all of this, but career-wise, me and Nicki have somewhat converged, and we're kind of like sharing networking contacts and passions. And we're both interested in, I would say, broadly policy, but for reasons like that, like raging against the system reasons, like we envision a better world. We're just like, Nicki and I share that, and Kylie too, honestly, in her own way of like being a musician. We all three kind of share that we're a lot more interested, and this is in some ways a great privilege, but we're all three much more interested in like what makes us happy and how we can make the world a better place than like just something like making money or having recognition from people. And again, that is like the money side of things is very much a privilege, right? Like we have supportive parents, and like lots of people can't say that. But I'm proud of all three of us that we are keeping our eyes wide open per se, and not just like, it's really easy to like have your life and your career and how you affect the world just be completely divorced from that idea and just live for money and like focus on the quantitative things. And I don't think any of us do that. And I'm proud of Nicki for doing that so far in her college career. And I'm excited to see where your career goes too. Potential law school in the future. Growing up, this is one more thing I have to say. Growing up, our parents would always be like, oh, Nicki's going to law school. She loves to argue. She's the arguer. She's going to law school. And he was like, no, I'm not going to law school. guess what? Thinking about going to law school. So she's a good arguer, but I mean that as a huge compliment. Because it's really hard to, like, if you're trying to debate Nickie, like, it's really hard. It's really, really hard.
Yeah. I could see you being very good at it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Maybe.
So yeah, we'll see. But that's us. That's a quick introduction to us. This is running a little bit long. So the one last thing we wanted to say that we're going to do every episode from here on out is we're going to open some sort of Dropbox for you all. It's probably going to be like a Google form where you can ask us for advice on anything. And like this could be anything from, you know, what a lot of podcasts do where it's like relationship advice or career advice. We're great at answering questions like that. Or it can be weird random stuff. That would bring us joy too. We'd love that. And the reason we're doing this is, okay, yeah, it is kind of a basic thing for podcasters to do. But the reason why we're doing this is genuinely, I don't know what I would do, like going through life and like having relationships and thinking about career and like just normal day-to-day things. If I didn't have Nickie and Kylie to go to with hard questions or just like random, why did this happen? Or like, what, oh my God, can you believe? I would, like, they give me such a solid base. We give each other such a solid base. I don't know how anyone could survive without that. And so we are giving you an opportunity via Google Form to be a fourth sister for 10 minutes, okay? It's called Fourth Sister Hour. Fourth Sister Hour, you can ask us anything, and we're giving our services to you for absolutely free. And once you start, you won't be able to stop. I'm so serious. So by the time we post this, we'll have some sort of a like anonymous Google form. You can be crazy, be wild. It'll be good. Or if you need you know, heavier, deeper advice about something, we're really good at that too. We have really good opinions. And when I say that to people, they like don't think it's fun. Like they don't really, you can tell they don't believe me, but you'll see in time if you listen to this podcast, we have great opinions.
We have really good opinions.
We do.
Yeah. Like we're not therapists, obviously, and we're not experts in all these, you know, areas. But I would say the combination of the three of us, plus our life experiences, plus just the way we are, we solve a lot of our own problems in very smart ways. Yeah. And like, I think that we're very grounded, you know? And I think that like, I don't know. I can't think of a time where we've given someone advice or each other advice and it's been like, oh, like blown up. You know, so I think we like kind of know what we're doing in that area. So
agreed.
it'd be, you know, fun for us to try to like help people and or answer, you know, interesting questions. But also we're like trying to give a gift, I guess. That sounds really conceited, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it does. But you'll learn in time. You'll learn in time. Right. It's not conceited here. I've come to this conclusion. If it's like just me, like, oh, I have the best opinions, I give the best advice, yeah, that can be a little conceited. But if it's like talking about us three, no, it cancels out, okay?
Yeah.
We have the best opinions cumulatively. I would never say that about just myself. But if it's us three, I will all day.
It's cumulative. It's really like, it's like the more people you have to bounce off certain things, it's like better. And I think the three of us is like the perfect number. Yeah.
We have enough common ground and like shared reasonability, but also enough of different perspectives that we can answer all your problems correctly. So you should tell them about it.
Correctly.
Tell us about them.
Yep. Let's bring the universe back to being black and white. No grain zones, because we have the right answers.
True.
I'm totally kidding. But yeah, it should be really good. So please ask your questions. Don't be too embarrassed. It's anonymous. So anything. Like the weirder the better, the deeper the better. We'd love it. But yeah, thanks everyone for listening. Do we have any more closing remarks? This already was just, we have these types of conversations about each other all the time. This was so natural to us, and we're going to continue to just make episodes on, you kind of started to see in each of our backgrounds some of the things we could talk about in future episodes. So we're going to do deeper dives into each of these subjects, whether it be music or policy or neurodivergence or whatever. Like, we have so many good episode ideas that we're going to be diving into our individual interests, and also just like exploring things like current events and hypotheticals. Like, we always have good and funny and interesting things to say about those things. So continue listening. Apply for Fourth Sister Hour, please.
Yes.
If you catch it early, you'll definitely get it. You know, it's gonna be a hot commodity soon, I promise. So, I'm realizing this is the first time I've ever done a podcast, so I have no idea how to close it. Do you have any idea?
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks. Looking forward to the next one.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Bye.
Okay, so I'll stop the recording now.